Morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. According to Weber, which of the following are core elements of class? Prestige, material resources, birth status, self-knowledge in the workplace. Prestige, wealth resources. Correct answer, material resources, skill knowledgeable in the workplace. Which of the following describe the type of mobility that involves moving to a higher social position or falling to a lower one? Vertical. Let me just put the link here and you can click on this link. Hopefully you can click on the link. Click on the link and I want you to do the quiz. If you can't answer these questions, then I will just copy and paste them all to a Google document and you can do these questions with me. So, can you get into that when you click on the here? I want to see some people say and respond if they can when they click on the link, if they see questions pop up that they can answer. If not, then I am putting those questions in a Google document for you. Capitalism. Let's talk about capitalism here. What is capitalism? All right. I want to have everyone here do a meditation. Let's do a meditation. Okay, so whatever is going on, whatever issue that you have, I need you to not take care of it during this meditation. Oh my goodness. That's hard. That is going to be difficult. But let me tell you, being uncomfortable is 1,000 times better than being comfortable if it means that you are evolving. Period. All right. So let's do this. So I just want you to close your eyes and relax. And then I'm going to give the spoken meditation. So close your eyes, get grounded, and relax. Capitalism is an economic system in which classes do not exist because individuals do not own resources. People pursue economic activity for the accumulation of profit. The federal government total assets are its wealth, while its yearly revenues it receives contribute to debt, to income. Open your eyes. Stop what you're doing, open your eyes. Now, okay, forget about that. Okay. You know what you just did? That was all pretend. That was, that wasn't really the meditation. See how beautiful I. Okay, look at me. Look at me. See how beautiful I am? Every time I look at myself, I see guilt. Like, I wish there was a way to be able to do both things at one time. Here's the thing about meditation. Meditation involves everything that you do everything that you do is a meditation. Write that down. Everything you do is a meditation. Let's do prayer. Let's do prayer. I know you're all waiting on me. So let's do prayer. Let's do. You know what? Can you sit here and wait for me until I get. I don't know. I am so screwed over. You know how screwed over I am? I am really screwed over. Oh, that was neat. I'm screwed over. Here's the whole reason why I'm screwed over. Here's a really huge philosophical question for you to consider right now. Okay, I want you to really consider this. Even if it means you're seeing a hairy male and a stone stack. Even if you're seeing a Bhashavan's Vino, I want you to consider this. Even if you're seeing a Dredgel in your mind, please consider this. I did just say that. Why do you exist? Why do you exist? Can somebody tell me why I am screwing myself over? And why I don't know what to do right now and I'm wasting my time? I could easily, could. See? That's what I'm talking about. Every time I try to work, I can't do it. I can't do it. Why can't I do it? Here's the reason why I can't function to get this work done. Is because you want to know the whole reason? The whole reason is I am screwed up. I am screwed up. I literally shut down and I cannot function if I am not doing something that I want to do. Unless it is something that I probably don't want to do, but I feel like I need to do it. I myself need to do it because I want a better life. And it is facing the problem. I mean, I have tried so many things with you guys. I have tried so many things. I have tried multitasking my work for I'm not going to even say it. The work that I need to do. I mean, I was going to say it, but then, okay, here's why I hesitated. You know why I hesitated? It was not authentic. That's why I hesitated. Okay, now I'm kind of figuring it out. Now I hesitate when something's inauthentic. And I can't do it if it's not authentic. That is how my mind is functioned and built at this point. It's like if you put in a wrong code to a machine, it cannot work unless you put in the right code. And then it works. Or machines or robots can only do certain things. And the other things they cannot do. And that's a complete sentence. They can't do those things because it's not part of their design. Last fall, this winter, I was in a factory getting built. And it was a painful process. Wait a second. Wait a second. May 19th, 2022, I was built. Those are the most profound words I can give you right now. I said it. It's too late. I can't take it back. I was built. That's the reality. It was so hard for me to say, and I felt so guilty after I said it, but that's the reality. I was built. I was a machine, and I was okay. Okay, so I'm sitting here wasting my time. Okay, so this isn't gonna fix certain issues. Or this isn't gonna finish my personal narrative, even though that's not what I'm doing because I can't think straight right now because there's an eclipse. A new moon on the 19th coming up. This is why I am not able to function. When you have the sun or the moon possibly a personal planet at 29 degrees of either Aries or Scorpio, you're not going to be able to function unless you do something totally authentic. You want to know something that really annoys me? I cannot say that on my YouTube channel. And the reason why is because there is a limit to what I can say. Because it is just wrong. I see two people at a park. I can't go up to them. I would like to go up to them and introduce myself, but it's wrong. I tried to pluck up the courage and go into the park and engage myself. But I couldn't because it did not feel right. I hesitated because I wasn't doing something true to myself. I freeze when I get in fight, flight, freeze when doing something like this, when doing the work. Here's the deal. I yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be great if I could just flip a coin? Oh, it landed on heads. No social media. That's not how it works. If you sit here and say that you thought you okay, if you think for one moment that you can take a break from social media, you are if you think that's going to work, let me tell you, it is not going to work. It's just not going to work. If somebody tells me, oh, it will if you just have the discipline, guess what? Then you can leave this. I'm stopping myself. Just don't say it. Just don't say it. You say, I want to go back to Scorpio land. Yeah, I want to go back to the Scorpio. But I can't do that. I can move upward to Taurus. I am in the present moment. I tap in. Oh, what am I tapping into? I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I'm in the present moment and I don't want to do this work. Oh, but then I have to deceive myself into it. Oh, I have to get it done. Motivation's garbage. I have to do that. And then I get rushed and then stressed and then pressured and then have to. Jonathan Bessards, bread on the table, sandcastles, have to commit, have to deal a man, have to get down to the chisel and get and focus and I work a couple of different ways. I can't be rushed. I will not rush for anybody because rushing is avoiding your problems. Write that down. Write that down. Shout it from the rooftops. Rushing is avoiding your problems. You are rushing and it feels so good. That adrenaline feels so good, but you're avoiding your problems and you're not facing them. So instead, take time, slow down, be present. And maybe that's not going to help you. Maybe that is not going to help me get the essay done. Because talking about spiritual advice is not the essay. Oh, I wish it was. I wish it was. I wish it was. So it can't be rushed. Because Scorpio is a sign that relates to rushing. This must be done now. It must be done now. Even though you know intellectually something, if you know something intellectually, and you're headed in a particular direction, what if your unconscious is rushing, always rushing around? If somebody were to tell me right now, guess what? You can have a job right now. Just make videos on YouTube. I would take that job in a heartbeat. Because it's something that I genuinely and authentically want to do. Why am I working? Well, because I want to do that work. Problem is, it just isn't as valuable. And that is the truth. I try to limit the videos that I make on social media. I try to limit the schedule. And it doesn't work. Because I'm lying to myself, because I'm in a moment of stress and I'm not being true to myself. Is these kind of things, this energy, this volatile energy, this intense energy. This is exactly why I'm going to be spending the eclipse off. Mark my words, because I mean exactly what I say, and you can bet that this is going to happen, whether I like it or not. I'm going to take that eclipse day off. Yes. Because maybe I will be more productive after I clear the air. Probably the only way I can be productive is if I get every problem I have off my chest. That's what I'm doing. Oh, and that guilt comes in. And as soon as everything's fine, oh, there comes a problem. Another shoe drops. Guess what this shoe is? You should have started that earlier. Why are you starting this now? And then that whole cycle starts over and over and over and over again. See what happens? The smallest thing. Your glasses aren't adjusted. Your pants aren't pulled up. Your glasses aren't clean. You sit down and everything's fine. Something else happens. A limit on time. I have to do something. Something else happens. There's always something else. And if I just said, guess what? I'm just going to get off this live stream because I'm busy working. I don't know. Feels like it's going to keep repeating the same pattern. And I'm sick of doing things that repeat the same pattern over and over and over and over again. Just on this continual wheel, back and forth, spinning around and around and around and around. Once I think I'm going somewhere up, and then it goes back. Whoa, I'm going somewhere up, it goes back. That's how it works. You gain a little traction, you get off that wheel up, and then you get pulled right back on the wheel. Makes sense? I'm going to try to move physically. Take a walk physically. But also to sit down. What are all these spiritual practices? I mean, this is why I keep schedules really flexible. Here's another thing. Know that if you make a schedule and you require yourself to follow that schedule, here is what is absolutely going to happen. Ready? You need to take that idea that you're going to follow that schedule and flush it down the toilet, because here is the answer. You won't follow the schedule. You won't follow the schedule. I mean, it's not to say that you won't at all. I did already. But if it's hard and fast, if you think that you're going to follow the schedule all the time, you're not. You're just not. Because life is not that simple. Wonder how that lands for people. Just kind of consider that. Life doesn't work like that. If you think you're going to get off social media, if you think you're going to take a break from social media, life doesn't work that way. You may say, oh, well, if I just discipline myself enough, well, then you're going to torture yourself. And do you really want to be miserable? I mean, do you really want that? Do you really want to be miserable? Do you really want to be bored? Do you really want to be uncomfortable? Do you really want to be stuck in deceit? Do you really want to be that mean to yourself that you're going to do that? Do you really want to take that route and do something that you're going to regret? Really? It may make so much sense as an idea. You may have so much confidence. Okay, I'm going to do this. I am going to do this. You're not. You're just not. So guess what? You don't have to worry about those hard and fast rules because you won't follow them anyway. And that's the reason why every single person has their New Year's resolutions. And guess what happens? They don't really. They just kind of get lazy, do other things. They don't follow. Nobody follows their New Year's resolutions. It's pathetic if you think that you're going to follow your New Year's resolutions. You're just not. You are just not going to follow your New Year's resolutions because that is not human nature. It just is not. Okay, we're not superhumans. We are human beings. We're not human doings. That is just not going to happen. It is not. If it does, oh my gosh. You either I don't want to say that you deserve to be shamed if you do follow your New Year's resolutions to a T and you're super disciplined on that. I mean, you might as well compete in the Olympics. You might as well compete in the Olympics. Congratulations. Guess what? Competing in the Olympics, that's hard. Require, the discipline and perseverance, all that, it's hard. The only way that, guess what happens? Okay, let me rephrase this. The only way that you are going to follow your New Year's resolutions is if you are true to yourself. That's what that means. Oh, you know what? I just don't feel like doing this. I tried to make a video about the lunar nodes. I could not do it. And I made a schedule, April 15th. A video about the lunar nodes. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I hesitated. I was like, I can't do this. Okay. So guess what? It doesn't have to be a series of videos. I don't have to do this. One part of me feel like I need to do this, but then another part of me is saying I don't want to do this. And that's the conflict. And guess what? If you love yourself, if you want to feel better, I suggest not doing the video. I suggest not going to the gym. Now, on the one hand, motivation is garbage. But then you have people like me who try to push themselves. And guess where they get? Nowhere. Motivation is garbage is that's great. It just is. Beautifully said. Makes so much sense. You know what? I think I can do it. Fast forward. You didn't do it. Oh, wait a second. You did it? Oh, but then you're getting lazy and then you're not doing that. If you want, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it makes sense to be disciplined and work hard and all of that, but I don't know. Here, okay. Let's just come back right here. Now, I have to do work. Okay, again, let's just backtrack here. Okay, flashback Sunday. Okay, I am flashing back to flashback Sunday. Just throwback Sunday. You know how there was throwback Thursday, throwback Sunday. Okay, I want to play a video for you, and it may be and you may not be able to hear it after this live stream because it is copyright. I mean, I'm done. I'm done pushing myself. Pushing yourself is a Scorpio South node. As soon as you push yourself, you're going back to that Scorpio South node. And you're not moving towards Taurus. I have not seen a video or read an article about Taurus that talks about pushing yourself and finding the motivation to get there. No. The North Node is going to move into Aries in July. And then you can push yourself. Because Aries is about pushing yourself. It's Mars ruled, and it feels like the right direction. It feels like you're gaining momentum when you're going in that direction. But all this pressure, all this work. Okay, Taurus does not do well with deadlines because it is a sign that goes slow and steady. You have to go slow and steady. I mean, it's the only way. And you have to be willing to go through the process of the North Node and Taurus. That in and of itself. And there are problems. Mental problems, emotional problems, external pressure and stress. All of that. All that's the Scorpio South Node. Taking away peace. Those internal demons, the OCD, which everybody has to some extent, some more severe than others, but everybody has. That is holding you back. Now, there is a really huge difference between doing something that you're uncomfortable doing in order to then feel better, because it's true and it's what you need to do. And in the process, you're being more present and you're doing all those kind of things. But then it's another to push yourself and torture yourself, just like I did on November 21st. You know, that teacher that I had, anyway, here's what I'm going to say. The teacher that I had, I don't know. I'm going to say something, but it's very hard to say it because I don't want to say it. But, you know, anyway, here. There it is again. See? Taking away from just being in the moment and relaxing. There it is. There it is. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be doing something else. I shouldn't be, the same. I'm not worthy of engaging in this kind of pleasure right now. That whole thing. Yep. I'm noticing it. I'm noticing it. But, you have to be okay with not getting things done. Not finishing things. Not meeting deadlines. And it is hard because you're going to feel that guilt. But if you can persist despite, okay, this is wrong. If you can persist and get through that and be true to yourself, it'll go a long way. What? What am I going to do? Okay. Let me just go here. Oh my gosh. It's like, what am I doing? Oh, there it is again. See, I noticed it. I think it's a shame that you just can't enjoy doing something because you feel like you have to do something else and you can't make the most of the moment. I mean, that is really a shame. Okay. Bye, everybody.